In this video, I want to do some questions related to work energy and power. This is the first question we are going to do. They said, what is the power of the forces required to move a 4,500 kg elevator cab with a load of 1,800 kg upward at a constant speed 3.8 meter per second? So now, to do this question, you know that we are given the mass of the elevator. They said mass of elevator is 4,500 kg and mass of the cab to be 1,800 kg. You know, they said that upward, it means that it is against our gravity, more or less. Like we have the acceleration that is used to go upward is g, so our a is g, which is what? 9.8 meter per second square. That's what our g is then. And you know that for power formula for power, which equals to P, will be work done over what? Time. Like change the work done over time. So it is going to be force times velocity. I think we discussed something related to this. If you don't understand this, you can check the previous videos because I'm this. So our power here will be force times V. Now here, our velocity is 3.8 meter per second. Our force now, we don't know our force. Now let's calculate our force. Our force equals to MA, or we call it mg. So now here, our mass is, we are going to add our mass will be equals to mass of elevator plus mass of cab. The reason is that this so-called power is going to carry these two. That's the one. So we now have m equals to, our m will now be equals to 4,500 plus 1,800. So here we have 4,500 plus 1,800. So this one is 6,600 kg. So our power is force V will now be mass 6,300 multiplied by our A 9.8 multiplied by what's our velocity 3.8. So multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 3.8. So our mass is going to be 6300 multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 3.8 velocity. So we have 2346.12. So when we want to take it in standard form, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This now be 2.35 times 10 raised to power 5. What is the units of power? Watt. Or we can relate it with force and velocity. Force will be force is what? Newton. Velocity is what? Meter per second. So that is the answer. Now let's talk about number 2. They said the force F, which equals to this unit 4.0 Newton I plus Cj. So F, vector F equals to 4I plus Cj. Act on a particle as the particle goes through displacement d. Displacement of d in vector will be 3I minus 2j. Other forces also act on the particles here. That's like, what is C? If the work done on the particle by force, the force is this. If first condition. If W equals to 0, so C is what? You know, work done will be equals to this dot this. Now, using a dot product or scalar product, so this one is going to be 4i plus Cj into bracket 3i minus 2j. So this one times this will be 12. This one times this minus 2c. You know they said this W is equal to 0, equal to 0. So this one, when this one comes here, when this minus 2c comes here, we have plus 2c equals to 12. C equals to what? 6. 6 what? 6. So here, it means that our C is equal to 6 here. When W equals 0. Now when W equals to 17 joule. So now our W equals to what? This vector F dot D displacement. So we now have the same thing to be 4i plus Cj dot 3i minus 2j. So this one will be 2 times 3 times 4 will be 12 again. You know they said this one is 17 here, equal to 17. 12 minus 2c. So when this one comes here, when this one goes here, we have 17 minus 12 equals to minus 2c. This one minus this, we have 5 equals to minus 2c. So when divided both are minus 2 over minus 2, this one cancels this. So we have c to be what? Minus 2.5. So that's the answer for the second one. Now the third one, when they say, for the third one, see, when work done, W equals to what? Minus 18 joule. Like 18 joule. This one is 18 joule. So we now have minus 18 equals to 12 minus 2c. You know we have minus 2c minus 2c. That's what we do have. So this one will be, when this one comes here, when this one comes here, this one will come here. We have 2c equals to 12 plus 18. When this 18 causes this equality sign, it's going to turn to plus. So this one plus 1 is going to be 30. We have 2c equals to what? 30. So divide both sides by 2. So we have c to be what? 15. So that's the answer. It means that when W equals 0 here, we have plus 6. When W equals to 17, we have minus 2.5. And when W equals to minus 18, we have what? 15. So I think that is done. This is number 3. Let's do number 3, third one. Now they said at t equals 0, they said f is this as a first vector. F is f as a vector. They said it is minus 5i plus 5j plus 4k in Newton. The answer being asked on a 2 kg m equals to 2 kg particle with an initial speed of this. Initial speed u is what? 4 meters per second. Then I say that what is the particle speed when its displacement from the initial point is this? Displacement d vector in d, like displacement in vector form, is going to be 2i plus 2j plus 7k. They said what is the particle speed? It's like the final velocity unknown. You know, from one of the definitions when we are talking about our work done, we said that our change in work done will be equals to change in kinetic energy. So here, let us calculate work done. Work done here, W will be equals to vector F multiplied by I dot displacement. So this one is going to be minus 5i plus 5j plus 4k dot product or scalar product. They are the same thing. Dot over 2i plus 2j plus 7k. So this one stands, this is going to be minus 10. 5 times 2 is going to be plus 10. 4 times 7 is going to be plus 28. When this one comes with this, so our work done, W equals to what? 28 joule. So change in kinetic energy equals to half m to bracket v2 square minus v1 square. We're going to be u like that. So now we know our mass, we know our initial velocity, but we don't know our final velocity. But we already know that this is going to be 28. So 28 equals to half m. What's our m? 2 into bracket. Our final velocity square, we don't know, minus initial velocity 4 square. So this one is going to be, this one cancels this, and we have 28 equals to v2 square minus 16. When this one comes here, we have 28 plus 16 equals to what? v2 square. So v2 square equals to what? 44. So like this one plus this. So v2 will now be equal to square root of 44. We now have square root of 44. We have it to be 6.63 meter per second. That is the particle speed that we are trying to calculate. I hope you are clear with this. A force in factor form. We have 2I plus 7J and 9J plus 5.3K. The said in Newton acts on a 2.9 kg object that moves in time interval of this. It means that factor F here is what? 2I plus 9J plus 5.3K. They now say that act on this mass equals to 2.9 kg. Object that moves with a time interval of this. The time interval t is what? 2.1 seconds from an initial position. Now, they now say that our R1, like R1, is 2.7I minus 2.9J plus 5.5K, and our to a final position of R2. Factor R2 will be minus 4.1I plus 3.3J plus 5.44K in meter. They say that find the work done on the object by the force. Let's calculate the work done. W equals to 1. It's going to be force dot R. So our R here, factor R alone, factor R here is going to be R2 minus R1, more or less like distance between the 2 points. So the 2 position. This one is going to be sorry. when you subtract this from on this, we are going to have minus 4I minus 4.1 minus 2.7. So this one is going to be in form of I. Well, so this one minus this one will be plus 3.3 minus 2.9. J, everything will be J, plus 5.4 minus 5.5 in K. So our R factor R will now be equals to, this one will be minus. So we have minus 4 plus this, we have 6.8I. This one will be minus, will now be plus. We now have 3.3 plus 2.9. You have this to be plus 6.2J minus, this one will be 5.4 minus 5.5. You have minus 0.1K. So now our work done will now be force times, we now have, what's our force? 2I plus 9J plus 5.3K dot with dot into minus 6.8I plus 6.2J minus 0.1K. So this one will be minus 6.8 times 2 minus 6.8 times 2 plus 9 times 6.2 and plus 0.1 minus times 5.3. So this one will be 6.8 times 2. We have 13.6 minus 13.6 plus 6.2 times 9 will be 55.8 minus 0.1 times 5.3. This one will be 0.53. Add this one and this and subtract from this. So we have 41.67 as our work done. W is what? So now W equals to this. What's the unit of work done? Joule. So I think we are done with this. The second question, they said we calculate the average power due to the force during that time interval. Average power B, our average power will be total work done over what? Total time. What was means? To calculate the total work done is going to be average power now equals to power average. And that be total work done is 41.67 over our total time. They said the time is 2.1 seconds. 2.1. So we now have 41.6 divided by 2.1. So we have this to be 19.84. The unit of power is in watts, or we call it joule per seconds. I hope you understand this. Now we want to do the third one, angle between vector R1 and vector R2. We are going to use a dot product between them. So angle between them, C now be angle between vector I1 and vector I2. From I1 dot I2 we have I1 I2 cos theta. 1 and R2. It means that this R1 is the magnitude of vector 1, and this R2 is the magnitude of vector 2. Now to calculate this from the question, let's go back to the question. You know our R1 is 2i, 27i minus 22.7i. Our R1 vector R1 will be 2.7i minus 2.9j plus 5.5k, and our R2 will be minus 4.1 I plus 3.3j plus 5.4k. Now to find modulus of I1, vector I1, we have this, or we call it to be R1 normally. It's going to be square root of this one to be 2.7 square plus minus 2.9 square plus 5.5 square. So now this one tends to, when you calculate this, do this in general, you are going to have 2.7 all square plus open bracket minus 2.9 all square close bracket plus 5.5 all square. So the final answer is 5.397. So it will now be 5.4. So R1 equals to 5.40. That's R1. For our R2, we have square root of minus 4.1 all square plus 3.3 all square plus 5.4 all square. So this one will now be square root of open bracket minus 4.1 all square plus 3.3 square plus 5.4 square. So this one is 7.5. We have 7.5. And you know this one is R1 factor R1 dot factor R2. More or less like dot product. Dot product means we are going to have 2.7i minus 2.9j plus 5.5k dot R2 minus 4.1i plus 3.3j plus 5.4k. So this one we multiply, we now have equals to 2.7 multiplied by minus 4.1 plus minus 2.9 into bracket minus 2.9 multiplied by 3.3 plus 5.5 multiplied by 5.4. So this one will be minus 2.7 multiplied by 4.1. So we have minus 11.07 minus, again because minus and plus is going to minus 2.9, 3.3, we have 9.57 plus 5.5 multiplied by 5.4. So we have 29.7. So when we add these two, we are going to subtract this from this. So this one is going to be minus open bracket 11.07 plus 9.57. So this one remains 9.06. So that is it. So now using this formula, we now have R1 factor R1 dot factor R2 equals to R1 R2 cos theta. What is factor R1 cos dot factor R2? We have 9.06 equals to, what's R1 R2? We have R1 to be 5.4 into 7.5 cos theta. So cos theta will now be equals to 9.06 divided by 5.4 times 7.5. So cos theta will now be equals to 9.06 over, let's do this together. 9.06 divided by 5.4 multiplied by 7.5. So this one is 0.223. This one is 0.2237. So theta will now be equals to r cos 0.2237. So we now have r cos 0.2237. So we now have 77 points. That will now be equal to 77.074 degree. So theta now approximates to 77 degree. I think this is the answer for it. So we come to the end of this.